Hello my dear friends. So as I understand, not so many people, but it's okay. Hello everyone again. Here is my live scene right now. You can see right now my screen and what I'm talking today. So as I understand, it's not will be live. Actually this is will be like online offline tutorial. So let's leave it like that. So what we're gonna do today, I will show you how you can create shading device. Actually it's pretty simple if it's static one. I mean when unit will rotate it, when you don't wanna do that anything. So it's simple, but when you want create some parameters like for example angles, you will stuck. So I know why you will stuck, because sometimes I also stuck with that. It's Revit, so I should make some road like how you can create kind of family, because it's not so simple as you think. But actually when you will get the idea how it's working, you will see actually it's simple. At the first point it's not. So as you can see, it's working properly on the 0 degree. As you know, in Revit we have the problem when you want to create, for example, 0 degree, and after that when you want to create to 90 degree, Revit stacking and crashing. And that's why I will show you today how it's working and how you can create kind of the family. So what is that family can do? Actually this family face basement, so it means family looking the face of your surface and placing on that surface. So let's say I'll show you under some practice. I will create some new project. We will use the architecture templates. I'll open up it and I'll show you how it's working. Here I have, for example, floor, I mean the wall, and here I have the, for example, floor. Let's make something interesting, because here I will create, for example, roof with 30 degree, let's say. So I have 3 different objects with 3 different how to say it, floors, surface I mean. As you can see, here we have the horizontal, here we have vertical, here vertical, here horizontal, and here we have some sloping. And as you understand, if you will create some static family, you should create 3 different family for 3 different situations. But when you will use, for example, surface family, it will be work properly. So let's load it inside to the project and I'll show you how it's work. As you can see, you cannot place anywhere because this family should have the host. Without the host you cannot place this family. Maybe this problem, maybe not, but for the 90% situation it's not a problem. But once you will put your mouse to the some surface, like for example this wall, your family will work. As you can see, it's now working and you can place it, and it's exactly the vertical, so the pretty awesome, right? But the same family, when you wanna place, for example, horizontal, you just need drag and drop here, and as you can see, your family automatically will rotate. So it's simple, but the most hard thing when your surface is under angle, and when you will, for example, place it again, your family by face surface, it's working properly. As you can see, place on the face, so it means Revit will automatically find surface of your family. Doesn't matter which one, wall, some roof, or maybe floor, maybe I don't know, some sloping, doesn't matter. And as you can see, it's working properly. But why actually, what there is using that? For example, I have this family and I can use, for example, spacebar to rotate it, so it's working. And this family I can use like shading device, so it is shading device. You just should select on them, and as you can see, here you will find the angle, and let's say 45 degree, and it's automatically rotates. Or let's say 135 degree, and it's automatically rotate too. So pretty cool, right? This really simple family, it looks like so simple, but BIM it's not about photorealistic or about the realistic family. Actually, it's only about volume of your object and some special things to calculate material, to calculate the space area, what it will take, or calculate some construction things. So it's only about the calculate something. Okay, so I finished introducing what is at, and now I will show you how you can create actually it. But actually what I'm thinking, should I start from the scratch or not? I don't know, like only for people watching me, and no one will say me. No one will give some advice what I should do right now. So, and if not, I will start from the zero. I will create the new family. So let's create the new family. As I said, the first family, it should be metric generic face basement. Where is that? Face based, that one. When you will open up this family, you will find here the some surface. This is only abstractal surface. It's that surface not will come to your project. No worries about that. It's only to making us understand where will be our family. That's it. So let's go to 3D view and I'll show you again. As you can see, here is just some geometry. That's it. Okay, we not will do anything in this family. Actually, that family will be like final family when where we will construct our family like a Lego. You know, we will use some parts to construct all these parts in one. And what I'm gonna do, I will go to the new family, and I will use now metric generic. Where is the metric generic? Hold on. Yeah, metric generic model. Metric generic model, this like in this family you can do whatever you want. This is just free template without any settings, so you will create your own family from zero. But I recommend you use this type of the template only when you 100% sure how the Revit working. Only like that. Hello. Only like that, okay? So what we're gonna do? We will start from some simple things. I will close all my windows now, and I will close that one. Or no, I will leave that. I will close my original family. Okay, so we're here on the reference level, so it means we're on the plan. And now we will start to create something like our connection. As always, I'm saying, don't try to make from the start everything right, because now, for example, as you can see, it's not cube. This only like polygon, like I don't know, like something not like a cube. But now it will be like a cube. As you can see, it's now equal distance. So I will use the dimension again. I'm using the dimension to make it equal. Now it's everything equal. And now I'm using again dimension to make distance between one and the second line. So one and the second line. As you can see, between this line and this line I have 1550 millimeters. But if I will change here, for example, let's change it, for example, to each distance. I don't know, like 488 millimeters. As you can see, it's equal. Okay, so let's make here the new parameter. Just select this dimension, new parameter, and let's call it like L. Or no, we will call it like a distance. So let's call it in distance, and don't forget it will be instance. Or yeah, it will be instance. Let's say instance. Okay. That one will be L, and it also will be instance. So what is that instance and what is that type? If you don't know what is that instance and type, I will tell you shortly. Instance parameters, that parameters can be transferred to the next family. So we need transfer our parameter to the next family, because this is not our final family, which we will load inside to the project. The type one it's will stay in your family. It's not will transfer to the other family. We have some points, but we are not talking about like advanced course. For the sorry for that, for the noobs, let's say the type not transfer to the other family, instance will transfer. Okay, so it will be easy for you and you will easy to understand it. I'm not talking even about the shared point, this like expert level. Okay, so we have the family parameter, we have the name, we have the instance one, and let's say okay, done. So we have 2 parameters. Don't forget one more parameter, this called the height. Where you will find it, because our family is extrusion, right on the right of your screen you will find here extrusion end and extrusion start. Extrusion start, I always recommend you leave it on the 0, because you will place it exactly on the 0 point, and you should understand like below this point not going your geometry, so there are not any geometry. So that's why I'm leaving it 0 and don't have any parameters. For that one I will say this parameter will be h, like a height, right? So, and again instance, because I want to transfer my height to the other family. Let's say okay. Let's say okay, done. So about the material, about everything else, it's only up to you. It's not so matter for us right now. And I tell you the secret, it's even not so matter for the beam. Because BIM, it's only about the cost, and it's kind of this materials, it's only for the how to say, only some the manufacturer, you know. The manufacturer will calculate by own programs and own softwares. So anyway, so let's say okay, let's see what's going on here. As you can see, we get just a cube. Pretty awesome, right? But it's working. This is a really parameterized cube. As you can see, if I will say here, let's make the 500 millimeters, it's working like 500 millimeters. If I will say here I want 600 millimeters height, it will be 600 millimeters height. So this working as we want. So we are programming our family. Which the let's leave it D. It will be like 500 millimeters too much. Let's say it will be 250 millimeters. This one will be like let's say 400 millimeters. Actually it's too much. Let's make 350 millimeters. And L I will make only 200 millimeters, even not 150. You will see why later on. We get just a cube, but I don't want to have the cube. If I will go back to my this family, you will see this connection have something kind of void inside, right? So I want to create this void too, and I want to make this void also parametrical. So let's go back and I'll show you how you can do that. Let's go back to 3D view. I will close my 3D view right now, I don't need it, and I will go back to my floor plan, I mean my family plan. Let's go to the create, and you have 2 ways to create void forms. You have the first way, use extrusion. If you are not so professional, you can use the extrusion. I show you why. Or you can use straight away the void forms. Why I'm recommend you use the extrusion? Because once it will be connect with your geometry, it's not will be hide from you. You will see your geometry, which extrusion. I will show you. Let's use the extrusion. Let's make again one more cube. Let's use again dimensions from one line, second line, third line, and let's make it, of course, the equal. Let's I'll make you a bit smaller, like this. Again, 1, second, third, and let's make it equal. Pretty awesome. I will use dimension for that one. Let's have a look. This distance not will change ever, right? I will show you here. That distance not will change. That distance will change, because we should leave this solid and this solid, but we should extrusion this solid. So if like that, that parameter can be equal to the L. It will be always same by distance. So it's pretty easy, I think. Let's create the new one parameter from this line to that line, and that parameter cannot be equal to that one, because we will extrude one surface from the other and we will get nothing, because it will be equal. So we should make it smaller. Let's create the new parameter. The new parameter will be distance 1. So like distance A, distance 1, up to you, distance 1. And that parameter should be instance. Why it should be instance? You cannot get, you cannot have different parameters if you want to use it like a formula. I will show you. Let's say this parameter I will go to back to the type. As you can see here, it's default, it means instance 1. Here it means this type 1. And if I will try use, for example, d divide by 2, and I will say apply, Revit will say me, sorry, you cannot use instance parameter and type parameter together. You should choose one of them. And I will switch it to the instance 1. And let's see what's going on. Okay, it's working. As you can see, everything alright. And now you can see my D1 will be always twice smaller than D. But it's not so cool. I want making only quarter. So what I will gonna do? I will divide by 3 and I will get result 83 millimeters, right? And I will make the brackets. Let's make it. And here I will do like this, D minus. So when I will get only quarter, as you can see. And it always will be quarter. Let's have a look one more time. I will change here to 300 millimeters, and you will see it's quarter. That's better for me. I will leave like that. Okay, we did it, but we should make the same thing with the other parameter. Other parameter, it's actually height, because if you will check here, where's my model? Here it should be extrude, but here not. So let's make the same thing. I will say now okay. Let's go to the my 3D view, and let's have a look what's going on here. I will do it shaded one. As you can see, here is one model, here is the second one model, right? So, and right now we will use the our extrusion start. So my model will always start from what? From D1. Not D1, I'm lying, sorry. It always will start from D divided by 3. So it will be always start from that point. So let's create the new parameter. I need new parameter. It will be H1. Yeah, we will have a lot of the parameters like H1, H2, sorry. So instance 1, let's say H1, and let's create straight away H2. H2. Today will be a lot of the mathematics, I'm sorry for that, but family, it's only about the mathematics and geometry, as you understand. Let's go to properties, and here we have H1, here we have H2, right? And let's calculate. Here my H1. So as I said, my H1 is D, so distance. Where is my... Oh, not D, H, sorry. H divided by 3. Done. We get distance. And my H2 will be equal H. Oh, don't forget about the uppercase and lowercase, because for Revit it's different. So, and we get our extrusion. So why I said to you use first the solid model. You remember I said use this one, solid extrusion, not void extrusion. Because once you will use the solid extrusion, you can convert later on to the void one. Just here, solid void, just change this type to the void one. And you will get the void, that's it. So, and if you want cut it, just use the tool cut. You will find it under the modify, under the geometry, here the cut. One geometry and second geometry, done. And now, as you can see, it's still here, but you should have some skills to get it. As you can see, it's a bit hard to find this void, but anyway, our void is already working and we know it. So I will change, for example, D. Let's make here everything clear, because I need only D, H and L. Let's make it a bit up like this, and I will change, for example, here will be 450 millimeters, as you can see, working. Let's make here, for example, 250 millimeters, working, and here 250 millimeters too, and working. So we did family. So I will leave it as it is. Here like this, here like this, and here I will make 500 millimeters. No, 350, and here 400, sorry. Yeah, this one. Let's make our family a bit useful, because our family right now it's not useful. When you will open it, you will see a lot of the parameters, but you know this parameter, that parameter, and that parameter you cannot change, so it's not useful to see it, right? So how to make it a bit to readable? Just click on your parameter, use the edit parameter, and here change dimension, for example, to the other one. No worries, this is just only category only. And let's do the same thing with other things. And H2 too. Now it's more readable, because now you can just close these parameters and you will see only that parameters what you want. So you want to only change, for example, dimension, go and change. Height, change. Length, you can also change here. That's it. So now it's more useful. Let's say okay, we're done with this family. Let's go to the our reference level, and as you can see, we have here the some reference planes. Our one reference plane and the second reference plane. That reference plane will help us to align our family. So that's why I'm trying to make it equal distance between all of these lines. So I always will easily find center of this family. So let's load this family inside to the our main family. So I will close all the tabs. Now you can see this our family, this one our main family, and let's load it inside to our main family. And as you can see, it's here. Why I'm saying it's easy to us to align? Because now I can use tool align, and I can align from this reference plane and that one. You will find it here, really easy. And let's hold it. So done. As you can see, it's really easy. So let's create some more reference planes. I wanna one more reference plane here, and the second one I wanna create it here. After that I will create dimensions between two of them. Yeah, it's always about dimensions, and I need only that parameter. In main family we will have only one parameter, so it's pretty cool for us. And I will use, for example, distance shading panel. That's it, only one main parameter, and we will call it type 1. We not will use it instance, because we don't wanna transfer this parameter into our project. It will be always inside our family. Let's say okay. So, and let's use align again. Go to the modify. Here you will find align tool. We'll use that one reference plane and that one reference plane and lock it. Let's go to the parameters, and let's say our panel will change to the 1500 millimeter. Done. 1200 millimeter. Also working. So as you can see, it's working everything. Let's copy this family. We just can copy it, or we can place it one more. I will place it one more family, like this. And I will use again align tool and lock it, and align tool and lock it. So let's go to 3D view, and you will see how it's working. So it's working pretty easy. 1500 millimeter working, and 2000 millimeter working. So done. We get only one part of a lot of the parts of this family. I not will create a lot of the parts like I did in this family. This family you can find. I will leave the link to where you can download it. Sorry, it's not for free, because I spend my time, and I think you respect when I'm spending my time. But if you wanna follow me, you just can watch this video. You will follow me, and you will create the same family. So it's easy. Okay, so we will create now, we created only this part. I will create right now that part. So we need 1, 2, 3, 5 families we need. So let's do it. 5 families, easy. Okay, if you have some questions, you can ask me. No worries, guys. This stream only for you guys. It's not for something else. I just streaming to make you interesting going to the Revit. Okay, we need one more family. Let's go to the file. Let's go to the new one. Let's go to the family. Sorry, I already tired. And here we should use again metric generic model. So we will use a lot of the times metric generic model. Okay, so we need to create a tube. So now we are on the plan view. Pretty awesome. Let's use, we need to create reference planes. Let's create one reference plane and let's create the second reference plane. Okay, let's use the distance. Yes, we always need distance. Let's make it equal and let's make the all distance. Okay, as you can see, I'm not creating right now the second one distance and equal because we don't need it. Let's go to create and here we will find Revolve. As you know, I think you know how to work in Revolve. This is coming from the AutoCAD, it's coming from the ArchiCAD. I don't know, a lot of the programs using the Revolve. Let's go to the axis line, this line where we'll be rotating our object. So it will be rotating exactly on the center here. I will go to the boundary line and I will create my boundary line. So it will be like this. Like that, like that, like that, like that, and like this. Okay, and now I need a lot of dimensions. So here will be my first dimension, this one my first dimension, this one my second dimension, and that one I wanna lock, and that one I wanna lock, like this. And I need one more dimension from that reference line to this line. Okay, so here we have 100, here we have like 160 and 260. Let's make this parameter, we will call like L1. Let's make it type 1, and this one will be L2. No, it will be the same. I will say this will be the same one. It will be L1 too. So we have two same parameters. And this one will be one more parameter. It will call L2. And let's leave it type 1. Let's go to the parameters and let's create a small formula. If our L1, if our L2 100 millimeters, our L1 should be 1.5 times bigger. So we will do like this. 1.5. Done. You cannot see any differences, but it's really pretty cool. I forgot one more dimension from this line to that line, but actually it's bad thing to connect one line to the other one. The nice thing when you will connect it to the reference line. Let's connect to the reference line and let's connect this one to the reference line, and that one it will be L3. Yeah. L3, let's say type 1. The L3 will be 3 times bigger than L2. So where is our L2? L2 times 3. So it will be always 3 times bigger. And that one will be also L3. Okay, done. Let's say okay. Done. We already finished our family. So as you can see. If your profile is really hard one, I mean it's really going with some details, you will get a lot of the dimensions, a lot of the parameters. But think about it, do you need a lot of the parameters only to create it more nice look? Or you can create it like volumetric, I mean you can make it only about volume of your detail. Let's go to the again back to the reference plane, and I have here one more parameter which I didn't finish. Why all the parameters called like L1, L2, L3? Because this parameter will be L, that's why, and that parameter will be instance. That's it. So easy as we have. So here 1000 for 1000 millimeter. Let's check it out. This our family. I don't think so. Here is not 1000, here only 300 millimeters. So let's make it smaller. I want to make my L type, let's say 250 millimeters. And you will see it's crashed because this parameter not connecting with that parameters. So we should connect. I will change my L type to the type 1 because we cannot mix type parameter and instance parameter. And that parameter will be like this working. L2 will be working like that. L divides by 5. No, by 10 even. So now it will be work, as you can see. Let's load inside to the project. Inside to the family, I'm sorry, I said about to the family. And here we get our detail. Let's align it. And let's align it now to this line. And we get our line here. But we need working now more with the parameters, because as you can see here we get some gap. Let's calculate what is that here. Here it's 250 millimeter, and I want to see this parameter. That parameter internal one, right? So I'll check again. 250 millimeters. Oh, it's hard to understand where is that. 233 millimeters. So this parameter D calling. So it's parameter D 233. Okay. Here we don't have any parameters. We should be go to the type one, and we will write here 233 millimeters. So also we can create the parameters, but I don't want to spend time for that. If you want, you can create. So let's check our family right now. Okay, this working. And let's check this side. This side not working. And let's align and that side too. Let's do the same thing here. Just the same thing. I will put it here. I will use command align to that line, and align to that line. Let's go to 3D view, and you cannot see our family. Where is this? It's here, as you can see. It's inside our other family. Let's go to the back view, and let's make everything right. As you can see, I cannot align to anywhere here. You can see I don't have any line. So, and it's terrible. How we can align this family to that family? We cannot do that. But I will show you how we can do that. Let's go inside this family back, edit family, and let's change our view to the back one. And here we are. Now I will create here just one more reference line. Here my reference line. I will use dimension. And I will connect my dimension, this line, and that line. And I will use the equal. Let's see. If I will change here the height, for example, 450 millimeters, it should be work. It's not working. Of course, because why? Because I'm using reference line. Reference line is static one. It's not working. But we have also, I mean the reference plane, but we have also reference line. Reference line, we will get sometimes the same problems. So, because we're connecting our model with the line, so sometimes it's not working. Why I'm saying sometimes? Because we get the result like this. It's terrible. It's not should be like that. So what I'm gonna do actually, I will use my reference plane again, like this, and I will use dimension line. And I will connect from my 0 from this ground point to that point. And that point we should create new parameter. Let's call it middle. And let's make it other one, because I don't want to see this parameter. And let's make it instance, of course. Okay, so our middle is approximately, let's check it out. Approximately our middle is here. It should be 260 millimeters approximately. So to get hold this distance, we know the hold this distance it's h, right? So it means to get this distance h, divide by 2. Awesome. We find our distance plus, and we need to find now this distance plus h1. Let's check it out. Not. Oh, minus h1. Sorry, what I'm talking about. Maybe I am wrong with the maybe h2. Just give me a second. Minus h2. no, h divided by 2, and I need correct by this distance. This distance, what is that distance? Let me check. This distance, h1, right? Everything right? Everything right. By why it's going so far? H divided by 2 plus that one. Ah, sorry. Sometimes I'm really stupid. Because it should be like this. Now everything right. Thank you. I hope it will be useful for you guys. So, and I'll show you the magic. Now we have this line. Actually nothing, right? But if I will load inside to the project, let's go to the inside of the project and overwrite it. Now I can use the align. Let's use align again. And as you can see, we find this middle line. It's here. Let's connect that one. I will use the tab key. So it's hard to find. So I'll put it like that. Now I can see where is my, and I don't have the middle line here. So let's create the middle line for this family too, because I don't have it. As you can see, I don't have this line here. Okay, so it's pretty easy actually. Let's do the same thing for this family too. We're going to the back view here. Okay, and I will create one more line, reference line here. That's it. Let's load inside of the project. Family 1, overwrite, align. Now it's line. This line is here. Let's connect that line and that line, and we have a lot of the constraint. I will remove it. No worries. Where is this line? That one. Oh, I didn't connect. Sorry, I didn't connect. I didn't say remove because I have a lot of the constraint I have. Okay, so here we are. I'll check how it's working right now. So as you can see, everything working. So by this way you can create all this family. So now I have already shown you like 50% what you can do with these families, and these families are all parametrical. But now I will show you most hard part, and I think we will finish today. The most hard part in this sun shading device, that sun shading device. I mean that part. It's really most hard one, because you cannot create in Revit some objects and rotate it just by 1 second. It's really, you should break up your mind. So I will show you how you can do that, and we will finish today. I hope it's really useful for you guys. Don't forget about the likes. I need a lot of the likes. Okay, let's go back to my family. I will close this 3D view. Oh, no, I don't wanna close it. I will close that family, I don't need it, and I will close this family, I also don't need it. So let's create the new family. I will create the new family, and we will create the family metric generic model. So I will show you wrong way, and I will show you the right way. Wrong way, sometimes when you wanna create your panel, you will go to the back view, for example, and you will use again just some drawing tools. You will of course use the equal mode. Let's use the equal. I will change to the 1 to 10, and here you will make it equal to, of course, and let's make it a bit bigger. Let's say here it will be height. Let's make it type 1. That one, it will be thickness. That one, it will be th. Let's make it instance. Okay, and that one, it will be our extrusion. This extrusion 1, and that extrusion 2. You can say extrusion left, extrusion right, it's only up to you. Let's go back to the 3D view and I'll show you what's going on. So I'll change to the 1 to 10. Now I will say yes, and we get the cube. Let's make more looks like a panel. Here will be 20 to like 50 500 millimeters. Here will be also 500 millimeters. The height will be like 900 millimeters, not even 1000 millimeter, and thickness will be like 130. Let's say apply. Somewhere I have the problem. Maybe. Don't say maybe. Somewhere I have the problem. I'll check. Thickness. Let's make thickness like. Oh yes, of course. Sorry, this is my mistake. Sorry. 25. H will be 1000. You know what the problem, guys? I said E1000 and sorry, 500, right? And I said E1 also 500. And what the problem? Because we should have minus 500 and plus 500. So it means one part going to the one way and the second part going to the second way. I forgot about that. So how we can make it more by default? So I will use just E apply by -1. That's it. So this is easiest way, and we will get here minus 500. I'll say okay, and we get result. As you can see, now we get the panel. So let's make it a bit bigger. I want to make it a bit bigger. So 500 it's not enough. Let's make 1000 millimeter, and H will be only 800 millimeter. Actually, it's not doesn't matter, but I want to show you how it's working. As you can see, we get a panel, but how this panel rotates? You don't have any point how you can rotate it. Let's go to back view, and for example, we will use allegorical dimension. Let's use it like this, for example. Some people making like that, and let's make, for example, here not 80 degree, 45 degree. And as you can see, sorry, you cannot do that, no longer parallel. So it means your family going to break. It's not working. When you will load inside to the family, it's also not will work. So what we're gonna do? I will show you how to create your panel right. What you should create. Sorry, my voice. My voice is going so lower and lower. I will go back here and I will show you how this family working. Let's go inside to the, not that one, inside to the panel. Let's go here. As you can see, it's also the same panel without anything. This only profile and extrusion. That's it, nothing. But if we will go to the back, to the front view, sorry, I mean left view, you will find here this kind of situation. We have here 4 reference line. Why I have here the 4 reference line? Because reference line can be going under angle, and our family just following our reference line. That's it. So we should create the same thing, and I will show you how you can create. No worries. Let's go back here. I will be tired, and I will use now a reference plane. One reference plane and second reference plane. Let's make it more right. I will connect it. I will connect it by middle part. Where is my middle part of this reference line? I wanna find it. It's somewhere here. To the X, and that one I wanna connect also to the X. Okay, done. And now I'll use dimension. I wanna create it more right. How I can do it is more faster. I will do it like this. I just wanna check my dimensions. As you can see, dimensions not right, and dimensions here also not right. So I will delete these lines. I wanna create my reference line pretty right. Now everything alright. So let's create a reference plane from the one way to the other way. And now we can delete these lines. It's only to create our reference lines more right. Okay, so what we're gonna do now? Now we should create dimensions, but angle dimensions. Let's create dimension here. As you can see here, 90 degree, and dimension here. I said here, okay. It's not right. We should have here, for example, 45 degree, and here we also should have 45 degree. Okay, done. And let's create the parameter calling like angle. And let's make it instance. We have one parameter and we have the other one. Other one will be also angle. So now we will change our angle parameter to the 60 degree, for example. It will rotate. We will change to the 0, it will be rotate. We will change to the 45, it still should be work, but it's not working right now. Because, as I said, Revit have the problem with the 0 and 90 degree. But the trickiest way, it will be work inside your family. So, let's see. I will create my extrusion again, and I will use this type of the line, pick the line. Okay, and after that I will use the offset, and let's say 100 millimeter. One way, second way. Okay, and I will connect it. Why I'm using the pick the line? Because now it's exactly on the same position with my reference line. Let's make it equal, and let's make dimension. We have already dimensions. So where's my dimension? My dimension is 25 millimeters thickness. Here it is. And let's make dimension the second dimension. Here is my equal. And here my overall dimension. And that dimension, it will be 800 millimeter. And let's make E and E2. Let's say okay. And let's check it out. Is it working or no? Let's go to 3D view. And let's change dimension. See, 70 degree. Working. 90 degree. Working. 45 degree. Not working. As I said, it's always like this. Let's make 1 degree. It's also not working. Because it's going to the... As you can see now, it's everything alright. It's really strange. Oh, sorry, I have the other family here. Yeah. Boom. It's not working because it's going here 91 degree. So let's make it more right, because I have no problem with the angle. Which one I don't know. I think that is that one. I will use again dimension, and I will use dimension between that line and that line. Not that line and that line, like this. I'll just change. Not, it's not. Dimension. Here 70 degree too. And 70 degree. You will be worked. It's no need spend time, a lot of the time, to create normal family. Here will be 70 degree. Okay, create me angle. Let's make it instance again. I said angle 2, sorry. Here, changing here. Strange. Doctor Strange. I'll check it out again. 65. Of course it's not will be work. here 20, right? And that one should be work with this one. Now everything corrupt. I'm sorry guys, I'll check it right now what's going on. Just give me a second. That one and that one. That one and that one. 70. This one and this one. 70. So both of them should be B. Why is going on to 0? I don't understand. Let's say 45. Okay. I think I know. I remember this problem. Guys. Sorry, it sometimes happens, so be ready to that one. Okay, I know this. It's problem actually with the reference lines. Okay, anyway, let's make it again. You should be ready to that thing. It's okay. 45. Yes, delete element. And this one 45. Yes, I know this problem, so let's make it again. Here's 70, and here is the 70, not, yeah, this 70. This one angle 2, remove. Angle 1. Okay, actually this line, it's not working. We should create new one. I will create new one. It will be worked. Okay, 45 degree. Alright, now it's working, as you can see. So sorry for that one, guys. And that one not working. It's okay. Now we will fix it up. And this one also working. Okay, what's the problem? Actually, sometimes reference lines not how to say it, cannot find the point way that should be rotate. When reference lines cannot find that point, reference line going to the 0, so it means it's going to lay on your level. How you can fix it up? You just should choose your line. After that, manually type something, and only after that give that parameter. Only after that, and after that it will be work. So I don't know, this is engine from the Revit. It's problem with the engine, it's problem with the coding of the Revit, or maybe this is like the feature, I don't know. Let's say there's people who creating the Revit forgot about that. I don't know. Let's say I'll do the fast again extrusion, and we will finish today. So I hope it was useful for you guys, and leave some comments below, because I should understand is it okay or no. Just give me a second. And yes, I also want to know what type the the next stream you want. You want rendering, what you want, because I not understand sometimes which type of the streaming you pretty much like. Or you want Rhino. So also if you want Rhino, I can show you some nice things what I did last time in Rhino. Or if you want Lumen, I can show you my last projects from the Lumen. So just give me a second. Here is the yeah, this one. And yeah, okay, done. Let's load inside to the project, and here it is. And again, you should make the same thing like I did here. You should connect one line to the second line. Here is your angle. Here you can change it as you want, and as you can see, it's working. This only Revit. Okay, I hope you understand how to create it. So if you want this family and you want to use it, check it by yourself. As I said, you can find it in my store. So I will leave the link below this video. So guys, I need your comments. If you don't have any questions, I will finish today. Thank you for watching. Today it's already late time. As you can see, it's already midnight. So we are under the finish. Done. As you can see, it's not so easy to create. I mean, it's not so fast to create families in Revit. It should be like this. I mean, it's not should be so simple, because once you're creating your family, you will be use it like a really long time in Revit. Family in Revit, it's not for render, because some people creating really families only for render. It's not like this. You shouldn't use the families only for the render. You should creating only some usable parameters. What I mean, for example, you can see here under the dimension the parameters. So I mean, it's usable parameters. You can transfer all now these parameters to anywhere where you want. For example, to your schedule, to your, I don't know, like you can create the list where you will show your all your points there. So it will be like this. Okay guys, then it's no any comments. Thank you so much for watching me. Next week I will post some new things, just check it out. And yes, if you wanna know the dynamo, if you wanna like, I don't know, like getting some knowledge about dynamo, check my playlist about dynamo. There you will find a lot of the information. The next course about dynamo not will be for free, because actually not a lot of the people need dynamo. If you need the dynamo, you will get the course under the Udemy. I will post it soon. Thank you guys for watching, and see you soon.